There's a subtle but unmistakable poison that creeps into our lives. It comes not in the form of illness, but in people. Those who disturb our peace, fuel our anger, and trap us in a cycle of endless emotional turmoil. These toxic individuals walk among us daily. But what if we could become immune to their influence? What if we had the strength to rise above their venom, to hold fast to our principles, and to cultivate an inner peace that they could never disturb? As Stoics, we believe that the greatest battle lies within us. To conquer others, we must first conquer ourselves. Today, let's walk the path of self-mastery together. Let's dive into 13 ways to deal with toxic people, drawn from Stoic wisdom, designed to help us preserve our tranquility, strengthen our resolve, and reclaim our inner fortitude. Number 1. Embrace the power of indifference. Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Toxic people can't disturb our peace unless we let them. When we allow ourselves to be indifferent to their actions, we cut the strings that give them control. Toxic words, criticisms, or actions lose power when we choose not to respond with anger or frustration. It's not easy, but cultivating this indifference is our first line of defense. Number 2. Remember what's within our control. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The actions, attitudes, and beliefs of toxic people? Not in our control, but our own reactions, thoughts, and emotions? Fully within our grasp. The Stoic approach is to focus on our response, always with clarity, always with intention. We control our choices, our attitudes, our perspective. We don't control them. Number 3. Guard your inner peace. Seneca said, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere." It's easy to let toxic people invade our minds, but their presence is not required within the walls of our mental sanctuary. Guarding our peace means choosing where to place our attention. We don't waste it on the turbulence of others. We focus on building a fortress within, one that no external force can breach. Toxic individuals can stand outside, but they will never enter. Number 4. Master the art of silence. There is a quiet strength in silence. Toxic people thrive on reaction. It fuels them. When we refuse to give them the response they seek, they lose their hold. Seneca wrote, "Sometimes even to live is an act of courage. Sometimes to remain silent in the face of provocation is an even greater act of courage. It takes fortitude to keep our mouths closed, to watch the storm rage around us, and to say nothing in return. Silence is our shield. It is our power." Number 5. View toxicity as a test of virtue. Every encounter with a toxic person is an opportunity for growth. Marcus Aurelius viewed every challenge as a test of character. We can learn resilience through adversity, patience through irritation, and compassion through hostility. Toxic people offer us the perfect testing ground to practice the virtues we seek: courage, wisdom, temperance, and justice. Each interaction is a chance to prove to ourselves that we have these strengths. Number 6. Detach from approval. The Stoics teach us to live for our own values, not the approval of others. Toxic individuals often try to undermine our sense of worth or to sway our opinion of ourselves. But we don't need their approval. We don't even need them to understand us. We follow our own moral compass. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." Their judgment doesn't define us. We are complete within ourselves. Number 7. Practice empathy. But don't be consumed by it. Toxic people are often deeply wounded themselves. In their pain, they lash out. We can choose to empathize with this, to understand that their suffering drives their actions. But empathy doesn't mean absorbing their pain as our own. Marcus Aurelius urged us to see every person as a partner in the human struggle. Yet he also taught us to maintain our boundaries. We see their suffering, but we don't let it pull us under. Number 8. Refuse to take things personally. As Epictetus wrote, "If someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation." Toxic individuals often project their insecurities and unhappiness onto others. When we understand this, we see their words as a reflection of them, not us. Their hostility, their bitterness, it's their own struggle. We become immune when we realize that their judgments, their insults are not about us. Number 9. Visualize the bigger picture. The Stoic practice of premeditatio malorum, or premeditation of evils, involves mentally preparing for adversity. We know toxic people exist, and we accept that they will cross our path. When they do, we step back and see the bigger picture. This person, this moment, this irritation, it's small in the vastness of time. We don't let a fleeting encounter disrupt the greater flow of our lives. Number 10. Create inner boundaries. Setting boundaries doesn't mean walls of isolation. It means defining where we end and others begin. Toxic people may try to push, invade, and test these boundaries. But as Epictetus taught, we should keep our attention focused entirely on what is truly our own affair. Our mental and emotional well-being is our affair. Toxic people may approach the boundary, but we decide whether to let them cross. Number 11. Use humor as a deflection tool. Seneca said, "Life is long if you know how to use it." When dealing with toxic individuals, humor can be a powerful tool. Not mockery or sarcasm, but a quiet, inner amusement. We learn to laugh, not at others, but at ourselves and at the absurdity of the situation. Toxic people want seriousness, want tension. Our humor disrupts this expectation and frees us from their emotional traps. Number 12. See every encounter as training for the soul. Just as a body grows stronger through resistance, our souls grow stronger through adversity. Each time we face a toxic person, we are training our minds in self-control, patience, and compassion. Marcus Aurelius believed that everything that happens is an opportunity to work on our inner character. Toxic people, then, become our teachers. They provide the resistance that helps us build the muscles of our soul. Number 13. Anchor yourself in virtue, not emotion. Emotions are fleeting. Virtues are enduring. Toxic people thrive in chaos, in emotional upheaval. But the Stoics teach us to ground ourselves not in momentary feelings, but in unchanging principles. When we anchor ourselves in virtue, we become unshakable. Our responses are calm, clear, and wise, not reactions, but conscious choices. Toxic people lose their power over us when we are no longer swayed by emotional storms. We cannot eliminate every toxic person from our lives, but we can eliminate their power over us. Each one of these steps is a way to take back that power, to choose our own reactions, to hold fast to our own peace, to rise above the chaos and retain control over our minds, our hearts, and our lives. The Stoic path is not easy, but it is deeply rewarding. It requires courage, patience, and strength of will. But in the end, it offers us something precious, an unbreakable inner peace, an invincible soul, and a life lived fully on our own terms. What are your views on this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I will personally read all of your comments. And if you seriously want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Stay strong. Until next time.